Hello everybody, I'm recording. Yes, I'm recording. Okay, so I want to show off more of the movement stuff that I found out on these maps. And since I'm on blue, I'll show off a few basic things on the ziplines that we have in spawn. So for the horizontal ones, you can get off of them both by jumping and by... What? That's new, I've never seen that one. Anyway, both by jumping and pressing crouch. So if you jump, you can get off early, and if you crouch, you can also get off early, as you can see. Now, of course, this is useful towards the end, because you don't snap to the ending, you just fly off, you carry the momentum, like this. You can actually strafe at the end as well. It's pretty useful. But as Scout, it's actually way more insane. I'll show that off later. For the vertical ziplines, you can get off by jumping, but it's not as useful, because it's kind of janky as well. Okay, that's a major boost. I don't know how that works. But what I found to be reliable is to press crouch. Crouch gives you a little bit of a jump boost vertically. That's better than just pressing jump. Let's try that one again. Yes, it's not reliable to jump off of this. It's weird. I did find that maybe jumping off kind of like immediately as soon as you grab on gives you a better boost, but I haven't really labbed that out as much. I did find out that crouching is pretty reliable, so there's that. Again, not sure how the hell I got that one, but still. So you can do lots of crazy stuff with ziplines, and this is the first thing I want to show. Let's see if I can get a big boost on this zipline that I got earlier there. Let's see. No. Alright, so I'm gonna set up on the other ziplines and show you a few routes that I found. Okay, so outside of the blue spawn, right here on this left path, you find this zipline. Now, as any other class, you would just take the path, jump once, you'll get about here. But as Scout, since you can use the force in nature and your double jump, you can do some crazy stuff. You can chain the two ziplines together. Now, I kind of messed up there. Let me go back. Whoop! Motherfucker. I swear I'm better at this. I did it so many times. I'm nervous, guys, I'm nervous. You press jump and boom, you chain it again. So yeah, you can, right outside of spawn, you can chain these two ziplines together. And if you are good enough with strafing, you can go all the way around like this area. Now I have used... If you do the two ziplines back to back, you already have used your force of nature boost, so you can't do what I just did, but you can still get a lot of crazy good distance. About here, right where this zipline is, you can just use that and go on. Okay, so this is the first route that I found. It's pretty useful. Again, if you're playing on red, you can just do this, crouch. You get a little bit of nice jump there to get up the ledge without snapping to it. Because if you don't do that, this is what happens. You just awkwardly snap to the ledge, which is kind of annoying to me. And again, jumping is very unreliable. So I just prefer to crouch instead to get off of it early. So yeah. Now I'm going to move on to the other spots. Alright, moving on to beyond the first point. There's this zipline here that you don't really have to do much with. I'm pretty sure the train passes here, so when the train passes you can use that one to land on it, and the train will carry momentum. But as you see now, the train won't pass because the path is blocked. So this one is useless for us right now. What we do want to focus on is this one here. This one is weird, okay? If you jump off at just the right angle, you can carry the momentum through this little passage and land directly on top of this other zipline. It's very weird to pull off, but it is possible. I've done it a couple of times. Let's see if I can get it off. Almost. But yeah, it's a very good ziplines to use. Oh, there it is. You can do it way more smoothly than that, but you see the plan, right? You use both of them at the same time, you get all the way behind here. And again, if you are playing Scout and you add the force of nature, you can do some pretty crazy stuff with this. You do this, you jump off, force of nature, you go through here, There's probably going to be a sentry here, but if you're fast enough, you can just literally walk by, and you get to this part of the map. You're literally just behind the enemies. Usually the enemies on this point will build around this area, and as a scout you can get behind here. You won't be able to do much as scout, but it is still pretty useful to do chip damage, distract them, you know, annoy them, just do scout stuff, scout things. Let me see, actually, can I get on this side of the roof? I can't. Okay. So yeah, it's a pretty cool path. You can do the same thing on red, same stuff. You can chain them together. Pretty interesting stuff. I think that's everything I'm going to show on this side of the map. I'm gonna move on to the other side. We don't actually have to move that far away from what we just saw, because this next zipline is the one I already showed in one of my videos. It's probably the most insane one. So on last, this is the on blue. On last, I think you spawn here. Let me check. Yes, I think this is the spawn room for blue. Once we get to last, so right outside, what the hell is that? Overflowed. Okay. Anyway, right outside of spawn, as scout, you can use this zipline, jump off, force of nature, reach this zipline, jump off to the left, reach this one, jump off to the right, force of nature, and you're on the final stretch of the cart. If the cart is here, you can literally push it from the front. Usually there's going to be a sentry here that covers that area, which is pretty smart, but a scout can literally just go behind here, push from the front, and the cart will protect the scout from the sentry. I've won a game like that once, and it was pretty cool. And again, another thing that's also pretty stupid is that once you're inside here, unlike most payload maps, blue is pretty well protected inside of this little area. So if you can get the cart all the way here, all you gotta do is crouch behind the cart and just push it all the way in. Usually on payload maps, blue on the last stretch, they have a little ramp that goes up, and they're pretty exposed to danger. On this map, however, it's the exact opposite. If you can get all the way there, you're pretty protected. And again, to get there, a scout is pretty simple. Just use the zipline, jump off, straight to the right. If you need to, you have to use the force of nature. If not, you can just preserve your force of nature to go to the next zipline. This is even the crazier route. That's pretty much anti-sniper. Let's see. And there you go. This is usually where snipers hang out. Usually, again, on the roof. This is also their spawn. You can get to the spawn in like no time at all. And as a reminder, on blue, you guys will spawn right here. This is where you spawn. Use the zipline once here, twice here, 3 times here. You jump over this, you force of nature here, zipline here, and you're right to their spawn, right here. It's actually an insane path. It's pretty fun to do on this map. Last point is definitely my favorite point out of all of them, because again, there's a lot of freedom of movement, a lot of verticality to use on this side of the map. And on blue, you can basically just ignore teleporters as scout. You literally do not need them at all. Also, if you are escaping from them, use this zipline, crouch and go back in, or you know the same thing but down, and try to carry momentum as best as you can to escape. Because if you try to ride the zipline all the way down or all the way up, you are pretty vulnerable, and it is pretty awkward to get off. So yeah, that's about all the routes I want to show. Now I want to explain some mechanics that I found out. Okay, and actually I'm gonna stay in this spot right here, because as you saw during my routes, I've been using some very weird techniques, I guess, I don't know. So what I've been doing is that I've been pretty much doing like 3 jumps as scout, despite having the force of nature, the milk, and the fan of war. I don't have the atomizer, I don't have the winger, I don't have the soda popper. But the ziplines allow you to jump 3 times in total. So you jump once to get on, jump twice to get off, but when you get off, as scout, you haven't used your double jump. You still have it. So you can still jump an additional time to correct your course. Like for example here, you see how I wasn't gonna make it? I double jumped and boom, I made it. So as scout, if you use the zipline, you get 3 additional jumps. Of course, the actual 3rd jump is your real double jump, which is the one that cancels all momentum, which is annoying, but it's still an option to use. Because snipers don't think you can jump again, or heavies, or whatever, so they try to shoot you, you just jump out of the way, and you dodge their attack. It is pretty fun to do, pretty useful. So you effectively get 3 jumps as basic scout. But if you use the force of nature, like I'm doing right now, you get 4 jumps. Now, which one can I use to show that off? This one. 2, 3, and 4. And 5. 5 if you can chain 2 ziplines together. Otherwise, it is actually 4. Oh yeah, also, yeah, the force of nature is amazing. I love this weapon. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, and the 4. You can do some pretty insane stuff with the force of nature because source spaghetti, I guess. But usually what people use the force of nature for is to do this. You know, a pretty basic technique to get a 3rd jump. But if you actually run forward, aim down 45 degrees, jump and shoot, you get this additional vertical huge super jump, which is actually higher than what you get with a winger or the atomizer. And you can use that off of the ziplines as well, as you've been, I've been doing it for the whole time right now. You do have to jump off like usual, because only shooting it while on the zipline won't do anything. So you do this, jump, shoot, and you carry the momentum to the force of nature shot. Which, I don't think you need to tell me, I need you to tell you how useful that is. Yeah, depending on how fast you're going, once you get off the zipline, you get some insane height or speed. Because you can also do this just straight down and carry more speed if a wall wasn't in the way. Let's try to find another spot. Hold on. Probably this one? No. We have to go back. We have to go... probably here, actually. Let's see. Jump once, jump twice, zipline, jump again, jump, and jump. I don't know if this can be surfed. I haven't tested it as Damnite yet. But yeah, it is pretty insane what you can do as Scout. One additional tool added, and look at what this Scout can do, man. Look at that. It's insane. It's so fun. Look at that. You can just do whatever the fuck you want. It's insane, man. You can just go anywhere. The Force of Nature already gives you a lot of freedom of movement, but this map, I think someone who made this map was like, yeah, I love Scout, I know about the tech, I know about the movement, I'm making a map for Scout. It's insane. It's truly fun to play on this map. On the last point, there are some things I don't like about this map, actually. Let me show you guys. Let me just snorkel it back. So you've seen how cool the last point is, how free it is, how open it is. Now let's try to do that again on the first few points. So of course you have a lot of verticality because you do have the ziplines already on the first points. But now let's say I push the cart to the first point, which is around this area, yeah. So you see this rock, you see this wall. If you were to try to jump over this, you cannot. There is an invisible wall here preventing you from taking a shortcut from here to there. Now, I don't think I need to tell you that Scout, shut up. I don't think I need to tell you that a Scout, a Soldier, a Demo, a Pyro, all of those classes can literally make this jump for free over this rock. But for whatever reason, the map makers were like, nope, not this time, you cannot get over this. Also, I'm pretty sure if you do get stuck there, you can literally just strafe back out. Let me see if that's actually walkable. No, they just blocked everything off. I'm literally stuck. But if you eventually get stuck here, I'm pretty sure that you can literally just jump and strafe back out. Like, why would you block this off? That's very annoying. Speaking of very annoying, this roof. You can't stand on it. The invisible wall is right here instead of being back there. Why? That's incredibly annoying. And speaking of roofs that you can't access, why is there an invisible wall here? Why? That's so awkward and annoying, man. There are other parts of the map that you can't access. For example, this fence. A soldier can jump over this. A demo can jump over this. A scout could potentially jump over it. But as you just saw, there's an invisible wall extending way past the actual wall. It's super annoying. Like, if I were to get up here, I could literally get over the wall. But the map makers were like, nah, you can't. Why? I don't know. This is also another roof that really pisses me off. Like, it looks like you can stand on it because there's a zipline right next to it. You can't. You cannot stand on it. Same for this area where the engineers build. You try to get on the roof there, but you can't. This roof is completely inaccessible. Even no clipping won't let me go in. It's very annoying, guys. I don't know why they did it like this. This roof even has gaps, making you think you can stand on it, but you can't. You literally cannot. You can't jump through, you can't jump on, you can't do shit. Well, there's another spot that I know that does not let you jump on the roof. Here. Why not? Literally, why not? There's a train that passes through here, there's zip lines that take you here. Why can't I jump on this? And if we go literally 3 meters ahead, we have this roof area that you can access. What is the difference? Why? I don't get it. Look, there's a whole path here. And you can't get on the water stream either. So you have to awkwardly just go under. The only option is to go under here. And again, you can't jump over the wall. You can shoot through it, but you can't jump over it. You have to awkwardly go all the way to the right. Why? I don't know. Also, this is very janky. Very janky collision. Another spot that probably pisses me off. Let's see if I can remember. No, I think that's all of them. But yeah, this map has some very weird, inaccessible walls, fences, and roofs that really should not be in place. Like this little hut, you can jump on. You totally can. No issues there. But if you try doing that, nope, that's not good. No bueno. But yeah, overall, besides these very annoying little tidbits, this map, I like it. It's very good. Very cool map. Actually, let me show you one more thing. I'll push the cart to unlock the train. Alright, I've unlocked the train path by pushing the cart. The sign is not here anymore, as you can see. It retracted back into the ground. I don't know how often the train passes, and I'm pretty sure it can also come from that way instead of, the usual. So I guess I'll wait and catch you later. It would seem that pushing the cart beyond that point is actually what triggers the train, apparently. So there it is. So yeah, this train, you can actually carry momentum off of it with the force potential, with jumping, only if you go to the same way it's going. I'm pretty sure you can do some crazy stuff with it and the zip lines together, but setting it up is very annoying, because I don't know what triggers it. I pushed the cart this way and the train just came through, so I think it's linked to the cart. Not entirely sure about it. I guess I'll try pushing a little bit more and see what happens. Oh, as you can hear, the train is passing. So maybe when the cart enters the area and leaves the area. So probably twice a map? I'm not sure. But yeah, that's about all I had to say about the map and what I found and the things that annoy me. Well, so yeah, as I said earlier, good map, I like it. As a final bonus, the river also has a speed to it, so if you just chill in it, the current will actually take you there. And if you are playing soldier or demo, or if you just land in the water, you can hold spacebar to carry some speed. Let's see if there's a deep enough point. We're going to show that here. Okay. So if I were to jump off and do this, I can carry some speed in it. That's about it. Alright, I'll catch you guys in the next one that I do. Probably 3 months from now. Let's see.